Hey guys, so I got a Strymon El Capistan, the version 2, as you can see here, and it's absolutely wonderful. And this is the second time I'm selling a Strymon Volante, but this time it's because the El Capistan just does what I want, and it has the sound quality that I was after. It's a much darker delay, in my opinion, than the Volante can get, and that's what I'm kind of demoing here. This isn't going to be a full overview of the El Capistan version 2. I'll have a video about that soon. I'm also going to stack that with the Dig version 2. I also got one of those. To get started here, I have a Korg wave state, and I have a pretty cool piano patch here that I made up, and it has some hammer sound in it as well as some extra acoustics. It sounds really realistic. It's awesome. But anyway, let's go between the two. What I like the most about the El Cap. The El Cap can get super dark, like I said, and that's what I would usually go after. Okay, so that's the darkest that the tape setting can get to on the Volante. As you see here, the wear is all the way up, and no low cut. No, we don't want that, but the mechanics are fairly high up, so that's adding wow and flutter as well as some tape crinkle. The cool thing about the El Cap is you can add those as separate things. It sounds really lovely, but it's really bright, and I have it very close to self-oscillation, but not quite. It's really touchy about that. So let's move over to the El Cap here. As you can hear, it's much darker. It has that ethereal sound of echoes just dying out into almost a like cloud of white noise, I would say. It's this really cool sound that tape just gives out, and I think the El Capistan just does it better. Just listen to the nuances. I just like that a lot more. So yeah, you can choose one of the other settings on the Volante, like the drum, and it'll become a lot darker, but the problem with the drum is it doesn't have the tape crinkle, and the wound flutter emulation is way different. And I don't really like that sound per se. I mean, I like drum echoes to a certain level, but not over tape echoes. It does do a really cool sound. Bring up the repeats a little more on the El Cap. Yeah, that's just really cool. I love that. So yeah, the El Cap just does that darker sound that I like so much more, and I mean, we can go to the studio really quick. This is kind of just a comparison between the two, not in depth. And that's way too bright. Even when I don't go too dark on here and just turn up the wow and flutter, it's just amazing. There's so much more that the Volante can do, like panned heads and things like that, but I don't use any of the other features. I keep it in tape mode generally. I keep it at half speed to make it as dark as possible. I don't pan the heads because I usually use a reverb after the and the end of it, or I'll use a stereo ping pong delay like the Dig, and that sounds really cool. In another video soon, I'll have the El Cap, like I said, stacked into the Dig version 2, and that sounds amazing. I don't use any of the other head spacings. I generally use even. Sometimes I use triplets. But yeah. I'm just so happy with this. I've had this for a little over a week now, and I played with it a lot. I've had the Volante pretty much since it came out, so I know its caveats and how it sounds. It just can't get that dark. Again, that's mainly what I'm making this video for. So yeah, this has much more utility than the El Capistan, and it just does so much more, but it doesn't do that really heavily degraded lo-fi sound that I love. Unfortunately, both these still do not have stereo in the effects path. I'm hoping that possibly one of these days they can update the El Capistan now that it has USB to have a full stereo effects path, but you know, I won't hold my breath on that. Yeah, I'm just playing the Volante again in the tape mode. But yeah, that's wonderful. Anyway, yeah, just quick video before I do the full video on the El Capistan and before I end up getting rid of the Volante, since I have both of them side by side, I can do a really cool comparison. You don't see that many comparisons between the two, especially not on a synth. So, yeah, thanks for watching.